What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Airborne in the house, dropping you guys the latest and greatest cryptocurrency news and updates. Today is a new month, February 1st, 2023. Today's video, we'll be doing a crypto market overview. Got some news to share with you guys. We got FOMC results. I've got the Bitcoin fold card updates, a little roadmap from them. Last but not least, I got a couple new documentaries that are going to be coming out for all of this crazy crypto downfall with FTX and all this other crazy stuff that's been going on the past year. If you guys think that's interesting, stick around and I'll tell you all about it. All right, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great day, a great night, wherever you guys are. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way and consider subscribing. If you aren't subscribed, and turn on the bell notifications so you get notified as soon as I upload a video. Easiest thing you guys can do to help support my channel. It's just easiest thing you can do. Just press a little button, click, like, dislike, whatever. It all counts towards engagement. So hopefully you guys are all doing good. Oh, man, unfortunately, the other day, I was just messing around with the Brave browser, and I haven't been getting rewards lately. And I guess there was an easier way to do it than what I did. But I had to, create a new profile. I had to go into the settings, copy all this stuff over. So then I had to go back in, get all my favorites. Oh, it was such a pain. But I'm all back up and running, so that's good to hear. All right, so let's just jump right into it for today's video. We do have Bitcoin up right now. Whole market's doing pretty good because of the FOMC meeting, which we'll go over here later in the video. But the market is up about 3.52% the last 24 hours. We got, what do we got? Bitcoin's at 23,889. We got ETH up about 5.43%, sitting at 1,672. We got XRP's up about 2.46%. Cardano up about 5.62%, sitting at 41 cents. Top gainers last 24 hours, pretty much the whole market, but top gainer we got is Synapse, up about 32.86%. Status is up about 31%. Stargate Finance, up about 28.28%, sitting at 78 cents. Top losers the last 24 hours, we got Marinade and Steaks, or whatever you guys marinate chicken. I don't know. That's what I think of right when I read that. Down 28%, sitting at 7 cents. 00 token, no idea what that is, down about 13.29%, and Rally down about 8.63%, sitting at just over a penny. Obviously, Rally was not rallying today. Today is a new month. It's February 1st already. We got National Freedom Day, National Signing Day, Abolition of Slavery Day, Car Insurance Day, Change Your Password Day. Definitely keep on top of that. Decorating with Candy Day, Decorating with Candy Day. I don't know why it says it twice. Decorating with Candy Day, Decorating with Candy Day. That's kind of weird. G.I. Joe Day. Oh, I love G.I. Joes. Makes me think of, if you guys are into G.I. Joe or you guys have been around for a minute, look up G.I. Joe public PSA. There's this guy that dubbed over their voices from all the old G.I. Joe, 30-minute little video commercials or whatever the heck they had back in the day. It's absolutely hilarious. But again, G.I. Joe public PSA, I think it's called. It's hilarious. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. Baked Alaska Day. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. But yeah, a lot of different holidays going on today for the 1st of February. Crypto bubbles. I had to go back and add all my favorites and mess with all this, but let me just make sure we're on the daily here. We are, again, sea of green, not too surprised. Last hour, still sea of green, a little bit more red though. Let's take a look at my favorites. I just added a couple here, at least in the last hour. Let's see. Last day though, everything's been green, so that's definitely a good thing to see. Fear and Greed Index slowly been rising. We're currently at a 60 greed. Yesterday we were at a 56 greed, so a lot of people like to trade on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, so never hurts to take profits. It's always the hardest thing to do. 60, man. When was the last time we saw 60? I know it's been a minute. Let's check here. I think it just popped up here. Last time we saw 60 was probably around that 28th of March of 2022 is where we saw greed. Crazy to see. All right. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Famous Warren Buffett quote. Total crypto market cap back up over 1 trillion, which is good to see. We do look like we have kind of a rising wedge going on for the total crypto market cap, which is usually a bearish pattern. We are kind of away from the Ichimoku cloud, at least on the 4-hour chart, a little bit overbought here on the RSI. So wouldn't be too surprised after we had this nice little run up today that tomorrow would be just everyone's taking their profits, and we see a little red tomorrow. DXY, the US Dollar Currency Index. Whenever this is up, that's when crypto and traditional markets are down. And whenever DXY is down, that's when the crypto and regular markets are up. And that's exactly what we saw today, especially with the FOMC meeting. We have been in a descending triangle, which it kind of wanted to break out of it here, but, you know, it respected the TA, descending triangle, historically bearish patterns, and boom, we are below that descending triangle. And we are currently looking at about 100.931, and this is taking a look at the 4-hour chart. Definitely way oversold, though, but when in doubt, zoom out. So my next levels that I think that the DXY, if you just zoom out, it looks like we're going to probably, we breached, yeah, it's using this as a support right now. So, I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if we break that 100, that we're probably going to be going down to maybe about a 95. I mean, there's going to be some stops along the way, but there's not much resistance in between the 95 and 100. So, I mean, as long as the DXY continues to go down, that's going to be a very bullish thing for the traditional markets and cryptocurrency. So why did it go down today? So Jerome Powell did say the word disinflation multiple times today. Dollar plunges as Fed says disinflation is now in play. Inflation is starting to come down, but not everything. We'll talk about that here in a second. You can see here how Powell apparently cited the word disinflation 13 times at the press conference. It's a major change in language and tone, but in December, he didn't use disinflation one time. So, pretty interesting. Again, stock markets reacted pretty positive to the FOMC meeting, where overall the market saw everything less hawkish, everything was green. However, with the pre-markets, it looks like everything is green except for the Dow futures. All right, Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance, we're currently looking at about a 44.22. This is the 4-hour charts here, kind of neutral on the RSI. Let's take a look at the daily. Looks like we have a symmetrical triangle going on, which historically is a bullish pattern. We're just waiting for that to play out. Looks like it did do the opposite and kind of broke through it. It wicked below it, but it did use this trend line here as a support. So, I mean, we could bounce off of this bottom support line and maybe go back towards the upside in this symmetrical triangle before maybe breaking out for Bitcoin dominance. So just keep an eye on that one as well. And for Bitcoin monthly returns for the month of January. So we did close out January for Bitcoin up 39.63%. So that is the second best year in Bitcoin's history. The only other year where Bitcoin had a better dominance in returns was 44.05% back in 2013. Oh, man, so February, we're already in the positive. We're up about 3.17%. Historically looking, it looks like February is a pretty green month for Bitcoin, so let's just hope that continues. When you're looking onto March, it looks like it's a pretty bearish month. Obviously, you got tax season coming up, so a lot of people like to take their profits and probably help pay off some of those taxes. So if the trend continues, would expect February probably to be another bullish month if all goes well with all macroeconomics, political. FOMC's heard good news today with this inflation and all that. Trend could continue. All right, so looking into Bitcoin right now, we're currently looking at about 23,891. We did get pretty high. We wicked up to about 24,272-ish today, but we are in this channel right now, kind of bouncing up and down, using these as a resistance and a support line here. I did draw this trend line in here because it looks like that Bitcoin is kind of using this as a support line here, where it touched here, recently the last day or so. It just touched here. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if we continued to bounce along this channel, but using this trend line within this channel as kind of a support. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin maybe head back down to that $23,000-ish level, and then who knows where we're going to go. We could break back up to the upside out of this channel, but again, I wouldn't be too surprised to see the $24,000 mark for Bitcoin as the new resistance, and wouldn't be surprised if we did kind of wick all the way back down to 22,635 in this channel right here. But again, I have this trend line out right here as kind of a support, because you can see it's been respecting this trend line here, and just most recently here. So I don't know, maybe we'll bounce around here a little bit longer. Who knows? We'll have to see. 4-hour chart, we are a little overbought there on the RSI and the relative strength index. Looking at the daily, again, I mean, we've been pretty overbought for Bitcoin going back to about the 10th of January. So everything can't keep going up forever. So looking at the Ichimoku cloud, we are far away. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a little downtrend for Bitcoin moving forward. All right, so the FOMC meeting today, this is kind of a trend that always happens. They always announce what happens, and you really, no matter what the news is, it kind of pumps, and then once Powell starts talking 30 minutes after the numbers are released, it just dumps, and then he'll stop talking, then you start getting the questions, and then the markets starts to recover. That's exactly kind of what happened today. So the Fed ended up raising rates up a quarter point, expecting ongoing increases this year. So it did align with the market expectations. The Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, they boosted the federal funds by 0.25 percentage points. That takes the target range of 4.5% to 4.75%, which is the highest since October of 2007. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but the market did rebound during Powell's press conference, as I just said, after he acknowledged about this disinflationary process, which has started. Major averages ultimately turned positive as market commentary focused on Powell's somewhat optimistic comments on progress of inflation. Officials said that they would determine the extent of future rate increases based on factors such as effects so far of the rate hikes, so how these rate hikes have been doing, the lags in which policy has an impact, and developments in financial conditions and the economy. So they have all these different conditions to kind of actually say that, hey, yes, inflation is coming to a halt, or we are still in this disinflationary mode. But going along with that, we have noticed that food prices, I'm sure you guys all have increased 10% over the past year. Eggs, the past month or so, is just absolutely soared up 60% according to the data. And it's absolutely insane. There's so many memes and stuff out there about, I saw this TikTok of this dude at the grocery market, and he was trying to pick up this girl, and he just like was picking up all these dozens of eggs, putting them in his cart in slow motion, and the girl was like getting all turned on by it. It was hilarious. But yeah, eggs up 60%. Even like the chicks that you buy at Tractor Supply Company, they're all going up. It's absolutely crazy. But I did go to Costco the other day, and I noticed like the 18 count eggs, they're like $5. So, I mean, if you want to get eggs, maybe go to Costco, or just what I like to do is I like to support local. Just go to your local farmers and help support them. Butter's up 31%. I mean, I don't buy butter all the time, but it's up 31%. And lettuce as well is up 25%, according to the Labor Department through December. Gas prices tickered a little bit lower in the recent days, hitting $3.50 a gallon, increased 30 cents over the past month. So again, you got all of these different things, but if they're saying disinflation, but we still are seeing eggs and food prices are still going up. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You think they're going to keep raising up quarter basis points over the next year? But again, we'll just have to wait and see. So that's your little summary for the FOMC meeting today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. All right, moving on to Bitcoin rewards and the Bitcoin debit card called Fold. I've talked about this a lot of times, and I've been using this Bitcoin Fold debit card for over the past year and a half now, and I absolutely love it. It's kind of every time it's a preloaded debit card that you can put direct deposit to, and it's kind of a gamified system. You can buy gift cards on there for different companies, Amazon, DoorDash. They got a whole bunch of different ones, but every time you swipe, you can have the option to just do a flat rate of 1%, or you guys can see right here, there's a wheel that you can spin, and there's different things that you can win. 1 Bitcoin, they have that on there, but that's only for Spin Plus members. It's called Spin Plus. I think you pay about $100 a year, which isn't nothing, because if you do use your card a lot, you'll make that back pretty quickly in sats, and especially if the price of Bitcoin keeps going up over time, all these purchases could potentially be free if Bitcoin goes to 500,000, 1 million. All the sats you're accumulating now, all these purchases could be definitely making all these purchases that you're making for free. Absolutely crazy to think about. And if you guys aren't interested in using this debit card, I do have a referral link down below. You think you get like 5,000 sats for signing up. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome deal, so go check that one out. So they did put out today a nice little roadmap for 2023, and I'm not really quite sure how I feel about it. It seems that there's a little bit more negative things coming out more than the positives for the roadmap. But I'm going to go through a couple big things here. They just recently added Bitcoin buying onto the app. So looks like they're going to be adding roundups, similar to Roundly X, if you guys are familiar with that, where say you're at $2.65, you want to round up to $3, whatever the difference is, you'll get that back in sats. Just like they said, have you ever seen an uneven number pop up while checking out at the store? It'll be automatically round up that purchase to the nearest dollar with Bitcoin purchase. Soon you're going to be able to do that. Instant withdrawals. So right now there's like a 3-day waiting period if you do buy Bitcoin, which kind of sucks. But it looks like that they're going to have instant withdrawals. Hashtag fold to cold. So that's another good positive thing to see. DCAing. Surprised that feature already hasn't been implemented, but apparently they are going to add that feature. Just set it and forget it. You want $5 a week, $100 a week, whatever it is. You can set it and forget it. DCA, DCA, DCA. Gaming experience and rewards. You're guaranteed 1% for Spin Plus. So usually every time you buy something, you got to go into the app, select 1% or to gamify it and spin the wheel. I guess they're going to add an option in there where if you don't really care, you just want 1% back, you just select it, and every time you swipe, you get your 1% back. Wheels and spins, they're making some major revamps to the Fold spin wheel experience with an emphasis on earning Bitcoin rewards on everything you do in Fold. Using the card, buying Bitcoin, buying gift cards, and more. This will be a big change to our beloved wheel and will provide more detail closer to the release. I mean, that doesn't really sound much different than what you already are doing, so that's kind of vague right there. Funding your account. So I believe it used to be free, like if you wanted to fund it from another debit card to the Fold card. Now I think you get up to 3 free transactions from a transfer or whatever from one debit card to the other. But soon, this is a negative. All transfers are going to incur a 1.5% fee due to long-term sustainability because they want to build it. They can't just have everything this crazy and awesome forever. Obviously, they got to be realistic for long-term sustainability. So that kind of sucks. Lightning withdrawals and deposits. Lightning Network, that's going to be awesome. One of the most exciting ongoing developments in the space. They already offer Lightning gift card purchases, and it will be implemented through the rest of the Fold as well. It's a little positive. Family plan, so you can add your family, your parents, your spouse, whoever, girlfriend, boyfriend, which will be good, so they don't have to go through the whole sign-up process. What I do right now is I just give my wife the Fold card. I have the Apple card, so pretty much every place takes Apple Pay, so I just use that and that. So, I mean, that's not really that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Gift card changes. This one sucks right now. Amazon, if you are a big purchaser on Amazon, right now, if you're a Spin Plus member, I do believe it's about 5%, and the regular Spin card holder, I think, which is free, you get 2%. Amazon's going to lower the gift card rate to just 2.5% for Spin Plus and 2% for Spin moving forward. So that sucks. That's another 2.5. That's a 0.5% cut, or 2.5%. Well, it was 5%. Half cut is what I'm trying to say for Spin Plus members, which sucks. I mean, it is what it is, but one of the things they are going to be doing is raising the rates of some of their other brands and adding plenty of new ones. I mean, some of the other popular ones that I use DoorDash a lot on there. They've got a whole bunch of different ones on there. They're always adding it. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know how I really feel about this roadmap. Again, seems like there's like just more negative things. Nothing really mind-blowing that pops out for Fold. But again, I do love the debit card. I use it every single day for purchases. I'm stacking my sats. I'm withdrawing, putting into my decentralized non-custodial wallet. So keep stacking sats. Thought I'd give you guys an update on that. And last but not least, I've always been saying that there's got to be documentary out there, Netflix documentary or something that is going to talk about the downfall of Luna, the FTX, like the down and dirty, what's going on. Well, soon enough, there's going to be a new FTX documentary that's spotlighting SBF and the CZ relationship. It is in production with a media outlet, Fortune and Unrealistic Ideas, non-scripted production company, which co-founded by American actor Mark Wahlberg. You guys all have probably heard of him. Stephen Levinson and Archie Gips. So this documentary is going to be focused on how SBF was born into a prominent academic family with political connections. Yeah. And Zhao, whose family fled from China to Canada when he was 12, came to be two of the most relevant figures in the crypto space and how their relationship altered between being allies and rivals. So I did go to the one of the websites. So I don't know where they're going to play this. They probably can release it on whatever, like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Paramount Plus or whatever, but it didn't really say on there. So yeah, that's coming out. And apparently there's another film coming out. The rise and fall of Bankman-Fried's crypto empire are topics of several film projects, as reported by Cointelegraph. Amazon's video streaming service Prime. So I guess Amazon Prime's producing an 8-episode limited series about the scandals behind the crypto exchange. So there's another one that's coming out. Can't wait to see that one. And last but not least, I guess there's this journalist named Michael Lewis. Has a book called The Big Short, where he spent 6 months with SPF before the implosion, which is I guess there's a forthcoming book that he's writing, and he sold the film rights to Apple. So that'll be good. So I guess there's a book, and then they're going to make a film to Apple or something. Maybe it's going to be on the Apple TV or whatever the heck that is, their platform. So that's in the works as well. So again, I said this in the past. This 2021, 2022 has been absolutely crazy with the downfall of all these exchanges, and being with Voyager and being a part of all this craziness. It's going to be crazy to see some of these documentaries moving forward. So I just thought I'd bring that to your guys' attention. There was a pretty cool Coinbase one with the CEO Armstrong of Coinbase that I watched. I don't know if you guys watched it. That was a pretty good one. Kind of see his history and the background of Coinbase. But go check that one out as well. I forget where that one was on. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all that. If you guys want to give me a follow, go check me out on Twitter, where I am the most active at crypto_airborne. Go give me a follow on TikTok at cryptoairborne. Just search for me on there. And last but not least, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way out. Consider subscribing if you aren't, and turn on those bell notifications so you guys get notified as soon as I upload a video. I'm trying to look for the little thing. There we go. It wasn't playing. I have the hotkeys set. Maybe I got to reset those or something. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. Crazy day, but I'm looking forward to February. I definitely think it's going to be a bullish month. It's good news for the FOMC meeting that we heard today. The rest of the markets kind of all moved with it. But yeah, tomorrow I am going to be doing a Thirsty Thursday tomorrow night. Maybe, I don't know. Or I might wait till Friday just so I can see if I can get some more viewerships. Obviously, people have off on the weekends. Let me know what would work for you guys. Would you rather would you want me to have a Thirsty Thursday night? Or would you rather want me to have like a Friday night hangout or whatever like I used to? So let me know on that one. That's going to do it for me, guys. Have a great rest of your morning, your afternoon, and a good night. Like for me, I'm going to the Philadelphia Auto Show tomorrow with my son and father-in-law, so it's going to be some good times. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. That's all I got for you. Crypto Airborne, out.